Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is where you get your daily dose of AWS topics. And to all our returning viewers, thank you for joining me once again. It's great to have you back. Today we're diving into Route 53, ACM, and CloudFront and S3 buckets. So, whether you're here to learn something new or brush up your cloud skills, this video has you covered. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's keep building our AWS knowledge together, one daily dose at a time. So, in this screen, as you can see here, before we forget, we want to record things that we did so that we can instill it, digest it into our minds, and we will have a reference also so that it will be easier for us to do this later on if we're going to do this again. So what I did is I bought a domain in Route 53. So for example, the name of the domain that I bought in the AWS registrar is mysite.com. So I registered the mysite.com there. And then I have a website that I wanna host in S3 bucket. So this will be S3 static hosting. Okay. I created a bucket in S3. I put all the files, my Angular file or my HTML file. So Angular, for example, in our example here, we have our files in our local Angular. We ng build our project, then upload the files generated to the S3 bucket, and in the S3 bucket we set the bucket to host static websites. So, and then we prepare the bucket policy. When we created this initially, we removed the public blocking so that we can test if our Angular is working fine in S3 bucket static hosting. So we remove the public access restriction, and then we set the bucket policy to so that it can be served from all principals. So we set the principals to asterisk, which is like a wildcard for all. And then we created a CloudFront, and then we set the CloudFront alternate name to use the mysite.com. But in order for us to be able to add an alternate name in our CloudFront, we need to request a certificate. So we requested a certificate in ACM, and certificates are free for use for public usage. So this certificate that we requested is free, and then we added in the, I'm not sure if it's in the CloudFront or in the ACM, but somewhere here there's like a button that can easily, so that it can easily create a CNAME in our CNAME record in the hosted zone of our Route 53. And we also added a an A record in our Route 53 that points to our CloudFront. And I believe that's it. That's the setup. So our CloudFront, we set the CloudFront's origin to point to the endpoint of our S3 static hosting. So what will happen here once all of this is done is when a user here types in my site, oops, it's already here, mysite.com in his or her browser, it will first go to the top, check the top level domain. So the top level domain is .com, so it will try to find a server where to find the .com, and then it will then go to an authoritative DNS server like the Route 53, and then it will ask what is the IP of this mysite.com. So we have an A record attached to this mysite.com that points to CloudFront. So it will find that mysite.com's IP in our CloudFront's IP, and then it will cache it in the browser so that next time it will not go check the top level domain server and our registrar in order to get the actual address, IP address of mysite.com. So it will load the CloudFront. The CloudFront's origin is in S3, is the S3 bucket, and then it will then download the files of the Angular into our browser so that the user can see the Angular's UI project, the Angular's design and layout in our browser. And I believe that's it. The important note here is the C name record and the E name record, how it is getting set. Like that. Registered here, and then, oh yeah, I think that's it. Alright, so that's it. Thanks. Bye bye.